Hey, Shalom Akim. Y'all, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Krakadesh, the apostles and salutations to the elders and apostles of group and still do well. So you see, it's important, you always, be on the same page with the men of the Lord concerning the prophecies, all right? Because Esau knows his time is up, but he's going to do whatever he can to divert the attention of the people from the matters that are very, very important, all right? So, brothers already made the videos, Apostle already made videos concerning this topic. So I'll play this video, it's concerning how how Trump feels as far as so-called point of views, his so-called talking points. He doesn't really believe what he's saying, because that America has darker days ahead, ahead of it, a dark cloud basically above America. And it's not gonna go deep into the reason why shit are the way it is, but it's all part of the agenda of the elites because America gotta be thrown under the bus around the Mossad. Already said it has to be that way. Okay, so there is no if, ands, or buts about it. But our people that are stuck in this doctrine of America first, America's exceptionalism, that America will be forever, that no one can stop America. That's a fallacy, all right?
Companies and researchers leading the way, we are on the threshold of virtually unlimited reserves of energy, including from traditional fuels, LNG, clean coal, next generation nuclear power, and gas hydrate technologies. At the same time, I'm proud to report the United States is among the cleanest air and drinking water on Earth, and we're going to keep it that way. And we just came out with a report that at this moment, it's the cleanest it's been in the last 40 years. We're committed to conserving the majesty of God's creation and the
Wow, we hear that? Conserving the majesty of God's creation. Yeah, so Esau's just gonna be lying, because he already failed as a steward of the earth. Job talks about in 9 chapter 24, that the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. So the wicked is not gonna do what is righteous according to the Lord, by Shimei Shai. All right, he's gonna do everything he can to make a profit from the disobedience, of people. That's what he's here to do, to capitalize on people's disobedience, right? He's here to provoke the Lord to anger. So there is no way he can be a profitable servant. The scripture talks about it. That the Lord by Shema Shai would have to push Esau's, royalty, Esau's rulership out of the way. So that way there'll be righteousness upon the face of the earth. So everything Trump is just saying is just, propaganda. It's crazy. That you have so much madness in Babylon, man. Not to talk about the so-called prison Darsha complex, so-called student loan debacle. You have health care, gridlock. Folks can't get the appropriate care. You know, jobs are not as profitable as they used to be. All right, so much chaos in America's system. The financial system is a mess. Educational system is a mess. Transportation is a mess. Financial everything is a freaking mess in Babylon. Infrastructure, everything. Because the Mosai has put a wicked vibration upon this place. For you to have a positive outcomes like a rarity, that will last for a long time. Okay, so that's why a lot of people are pissed off with America's structure. All right, so I'm gonna get Job chapter 34 verse 33. All right, Job chapter 34 verse 33. right? It says, should it be according to thy mind, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose. And not I, therefore speak what thou knowest. All right. So all these so-called predictions and progress, this progress that, it's all bunch of hogwash. Because at the end of the day, man, when you take a good look at it, it's all a game of rock paper scissors. All right. So Esau's time of rulership is at an end, and he has to be put out of the way. Through violence by the hands of the Lord Yahushai, okay? And these elites know it, man. You can't, claim to be a good steward of the earth, of God's creation, and then you're out up there in space, building building weapons to come against the angels and Lord Yahushai. All right, so that lets you know how messed up Esau is. That Esau is basically a hypocrite. He's an actor. An actor from the beginning all the way till the end. Okay, and that veneer is coming off. That covering is coming off. That's why, he's going to start demonizing the man of the Lord, because the scriptures are totally against Esau.
Natural beauty of our world. Today, I'm pleased to announce the United States will join 1 Trillion Trees Initiative being launched here at the World Economic Forum. 1 trillion trees. This is not a time for pessimism. This is a time for optimism. Fear and doubt is not a good thought process.
Yeah, the time of optimism will come when Esau is going to be in captivity. When the nation of Israel, under Lord Yahushai, by Shemach Kadash, has set down the law, has set down his dominion on the face of the earth. All right? So all these, empty promises of Esau, a lot of people just take it as gospel, man. They're wrong with it. They're so excited. They're so impressed that they're willing to write books about it, sit down in front of a camera for hours and talk about it. The print, headlines on the newspaper about it, the tweets about it, all that stuff. But it's all a bunch of trash talk, man. All right. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse. I'm starting verse 12. Therefore thou shalt speak unto them this word. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim HaKadash, the power of Israel. Every bottle shall be filled with wine. Okay. That is doctrine. Okay. All right. And they shall say unto thee, do we not certainly know that every bottle shall be filled with wine? Yeah, so the different perspectives among all these so-called politicians, man, all these so-called religious leaders and private corporations, man, and all these non-profit agencies and institutions. Yeah, because they have to make money. They have to do something to have influence. Then shalt thou say unto them, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will fill all the inhabitants of this land, even the kings that sit upon David's throne, and the priests, and the prophets, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem with drunkenness. So folks are going to be speaking all kind of madness, spewing all type of garbage. All right, Scripture talks about, the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to destroy those that destroy the earth. And whose dominion are we living under? The dominion of the Edomites. All right, so Esau's being caught red-handed holding the bag. So when the Lord Yahweh shows up, Esau is going to bear the brunt of it, the brunt of the Lord's indignation. All right, verse 14 now says, and I will dash them one against another. All right, so there's going to be so much tension, man, among all these people that have all these fake doctrines, because they want influence, even the fathers and the sons together. All right, so all these churches, That don't want to preach the gospel of the Lord Yahweh Shai the right way. They're going to be thrown into the ring, into the dog eat dog moment. All right? Said the Lord, I will not pity, nor spare, nor have mercy, but destroy them. Hear ye and give ear. Be not proud, for the Lord hath spoken. And that's the time we're living in, man. All right? And then when you look at the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 11, it says, if a man walking in the Spirit, and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of these people. And that's what our people like. They like that wine. They like to stay drunk. They like to stay in La La Land.
Because this is a time for tremendous hope and joy and optimism and action. But to embrace the possibilities of tomorrow, we must reject the perennial prophets of doom and their...
Yep, the perennial prophets of doom. So the words of the Lord are serious, man. And when you read Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8, all right, it tells you, that the man of the Lord prophesied against kingdoms, all right? So the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Was that difficult, to understand?
predictions of the apocalypse. These alarmists always demand the same thing, absolute power.
Yeah, so they cut that part. They trimmed it up. So it's beautiful, man, to understand the word of the Lord is getting to these people's minds, the elite's mind, it's pricking their conscience that they can't do nothing about it. It's revealing their secrets to the whole world and they're upset. All right. And then I get to one last precept. Okay. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. And then when you read verse 14, it says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right. And then when you read verse 15, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. All right. And then when you read verse 16, it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. All right. So there is no way to be having optimism in Babylon, man, because this place is crashing, man.
Power to dominate, transform, and control every aspect of our lives. We will never let radical socialists destroy our economy, wreck our country.
Yeah, but they're already doing it, man. So you don't really need no radical socialists. They've already been destroying it from the day they set foot here on this continent. So there is no surprise about it, man. Every politician is on the take. So there's nothing all these agencies can do to stop it, man, because they see the signs, man. They watch brothers' videos, they go into their so-called classified documents and all the dirt they've got on all these politicians and corporations, and they see they see the tsunami that's coming upon this place, man, and they're scared to the core. That's why they're pushing all this legislation, to put the people in check. But that's not gonna go the way they want it to go because America has already become a powder keg, man, and it's only a matter of time, man, that these people go at each other's throat. So that was the point there, Akim. Pray Lord Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shema Kadash, protect you in the spirit, continue to make your faith strong so that you're able to deal with the chaos that's coming upon this place. Shalom.